Welcome to London Calling Show 5, and we've got something very different for you this month. It's all about new music, shock horror. When I was down at Out on the Floor Records in Camden a couple of months back, Mick there handed me this vinyl EP by a band called Cut. I played it and I loved it. It's 21st century space punk. And here's a clip from their last release, Get Me a Gun.
I never felt so much alike. Get me a gun. Get me a gun. Get me a gun. I see clear. Get me a gun. Get me a gun. Get me a gun. I see clear. I never felt so much alike.
So that was Get Me a Gun, and we've got the full band here in the studio. Hi guys, we've got, got Dan, Jay, Louis and Jimmy. Welcome to the show. So I talked about the last release there. Now this is the one you've got out at the moment. It's a 12-inch vinyl EP on fantastic gold vinyl. Can you tell me more about you were talking to me earlier about Joe Foster that's involved with this, and he remixed Time Traveller, which we'll be seeing later. I believe he was the guy that created Creation Records with Alan McGee, is that right?
Yeah, I think they were kind of 50-50, weren't they? I think that he was the co-founder of Creation Records, and I think he produced or helped produce Screamadelica.
Well, no, he was definitely did stuff with Primal Scream, and he did Jesus and the Mary Chain, and loads of other great bands as well. And like, I think Alan McGee says he's like the Andy Warhol of Creation Records. So,
And how did you get involved with him?
Our label manager, Rock Pete of Rah Rah Rock, this has been his master plan from the day he met us a year ago, basically playing at the Monarch in Camden. He put us with Roscoe from Spaceman 3 to record our first like fucking trip out EP, and then we used that record to move forward to this record, and then we got Joe Foster on board to remix, re-edit Time Traveller, killed it, and now we're going to go forward and we're going to record the next thing that'll be coming out June, July, which when you're probably watching this, will be Let's Go and Different Traffic Systems, produced by Joe Foster. And
that Roscoe you mentioned there, that's Sterling Roswell from Spacemen 3, and he produced this the last EP here, which was out last year. So tell me more about the band and how you were formed.
Well, I suppose we all met quite a while ago, didn't we? We all worked at Macari's on Denmark Street. I shouldn't tell a lie. Me and Dan, we met when you were in the Fatales about 10 years ago.
Yeah, you did Swing Youth.
Yeah.
And we've known each other, and then we started a new project with Joey Isherwood, started a band called Sheet Noise. Louis and Jim were involved in it. We met on the street in Old Street after not seeing each other for a little while. I came and played guitar for a bit, and then that turned into more of a studio project, and we wanted to go out live and play more punk music instead of weird experimental stuff, which we dig, but that's still nice to be felt. And then with Jay's our mate, and he's been in various incarnations. Dirt Dregs was a lineup he was in, and we worked at Macari's together, and we was like, yeah, do you want to come and be in a band? And we're like, yeah, and here we are.
And what would you say your main influences are? I mean, you've been described as space punk. I mean, is that sort of a fair description of what you do?
I think we may have coined that. have we coined? I'd never heard.
I've not heard
space punk before.
No.
I don't know if it was like something that people said a few times, and then we like.
Yeah, we just thought that'd be a good idea because it's like gives us like this is what we're doing. You know, it's like it's punk, it's fast, it's poppy, but there's lots of weird noises in there as well.
Yeah, reminded me a bit of kind of Hawkwind and
we've had that before.
That one.
I don't think we'd heard records by Hawkwind or anything. I don't think. Like,
but it's good.
I've got a few tucked away somewhere.
A massive record. Things like Ramones, Jesus and Mary Chain all get tied in.
Rima was a big influence as well for me anyway, definitely. And a band called Mass, which were quite early sort of post-punk bands. A lot of noise pop, stuff like that.
What about the Dead Kennedys?
Yeah, they're in there. We're playing with them actually over the
Yes,
summer, aren't we?
I've
We're playing
heard.
with them in August.
Is that the Board Masters Festival?
Board Masters
is that right?
in Danny's Newquay, guys.
Yes.
Yes, we're down there in Newquay, and so we're supporting Dead Kennedys. That should be
Brilliant. So
should be pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Should be really cool.
great to be sharing the stage with
Yeah,
them.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
they're really
Fantastic.
cool.
Yeah.
Legends, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we're recording this a couple of months before it's going to go out, but I believe you've got a few other festival dates coming up. You've got the Camden Crawl coming up.
Yes, yes, definitely.
That's at Belushi's, I believe. Yep.
Yep.
Now, tell
Yep.
me about what's going to be happening in July when this show's going to be going out. So you've got, I think, some more dates in Italy. You're actually going off to Italy to do
it's
some
the end
festival
of
dates.
July. We're going to Italy for a week. Rolls into the first week of August.
Right.
I think we're playing a Secret Garden Party festival out in
Yeah.
Italy.
Right.
I believe it's tied in with the Secret
Right,
Garden
yeah.
Party festival
Yeah, it is.
here. Ferrara and Florence, a couple of other places that are still to be confirmed, I think.
Yeah.
We,
Any more dates happening in London around that time?
We've got we're playing for Dr. Martens. They've asked us to come play with their anniversary yearly party somewhere where they make the Dr. Martens, which would be great.
Brilliant.
And that's in association through Strummerville,
Okay.
which is set up after Joe Strummer's death. And
Right.
loads of cool new bands are on there, and they help new bands that need, kind of help basically finding recordings and rehearsals. That's the 10th of July, and then we're doing what was
Garage, we're
the
headlining
garage for
Garage.
Art Rocker, New
Yeah.
Blood, 17th.
17th, so that'll be the week
Okay.
after in London.
Get down there and see that. So thank you very much for coming in, guys. We've got so this is available in all good independent record shops, I
Indeed.
believe. Yeah.
That's it.
And via your website as well.
Definitely.
I'll give a link to that at the end. Thanks very much for coming in. And now we'll play the new release in full. This is the remix of Time Traveller.
I never felt so much alike.
Everybody knows it's true.
That was Time Traveller, the new release by Cut. You can follow them on Twitter and Facebook, Cut the Band on YouTube, and also at www.cut.uk.com. Join me again next month for show 6, which will also be a special, concentrating on Record Store Day. See you then.
I never felt so much like